Hey guys, Tim Dingerson here from NewView. Today I want to talk about scaling your content library for your medical device. It's no secret that content demands for medical products is every day, every week, every month increasing, whether it be for marketing assets for events or for social media, for internal and external sales needs. The need to have engaging and refreshable content for your product is really key. And I want to walk you through our process and how we do it. And whether you're working with an internal team or hiring an external vendor, the same rules apply. So we're big believers in always starting with the CAD file. If you don't know what a CAD file it is, it's a computer assisted design file. If you have a medical device, you have a CAD file. Sometimes it's a little tough digging it up depending on how old your product is. But if you can access that file, immediately we have the ability to create content at scale more cost efficiently and quicker than you would if you didn't. Okay. So what we do is we start with that CAD file, bring it into our program, and then we start to build out all of the different camera angles. And we have a process for doing this. Now, remember, the goal is to produce as much content as possible. So the way that we work is we take your device and we have a camera rig set up that we put around your device, which is capturing all these different angles. And depending on specific features of your device, we might change some of those angles to highlight a handpiece or a certain mechanism that your device has. But the general setups are the same. Okay. So once we have that set up, we're typically working with our partners to start to develop the brand look. Okay. And the look for the environment that your device would be rendered in. A lot of medical device products that you see are typically just rendered on white or black with some nice highlights and shadows. We do that as well, but we always try and to develop, if we can, to develop a really unique look for a product and its environment. So I'm not going to go through all of these because there's a lot of rounds here, but this is part of our development process as I toggle through, is working with our clients to start developing a look for the product, its environment, something that can not only be used when rendering out stills or videos of your product, but also in other, extended to other sort of brand assets that you might need to create for this product. Okay. And this is a really fun process. I mean, depending on who we're working with, it could be as quick as a couple of days, or it could be a couple of weeks. But it's a really fun process to start to dial in on the colors, the tone, the environment, and so forth. With this particular product in mind, as an example, we wound up landing on something very simple that leaned into some brand colors that they're using and a very simplistic environmental look. Okay. Now, once we have that all set, right? So once we have our environmental look, our lighting set up the way that we want, and remember, we go back to our grid here. This is our setup, right? So now we render out all of those different angles, and we create a series of videos as well. We typically create between 6 and 8 videos, and those are really sweeping moves around a device. What I was showing here actually in the beginning, I'll give you another look at this, right? So these really nice long panning or tilting camera moves. So we're using all of those elements. We have all these video elements. I have all these still elements. Depending on the project, it can be anywhere from 15 to 20 different elements that you're left with. And now I have a library to start building out content. So in this example here, you can start to see how we're building out a very robust social media kit for this particular product. And I'm leveraging all of those stills. I'm leveraging the aesthetic that I set up as a background environment. And we're using some of the brand elements from our client. Now, this is just social media. And then we can social media still post. We can do video post. We can do 16 by 9, 9 by 16. And we can use these for marketing assets, for event marketing assets, and so forth. So again, content is a big issue these days, and providing yourself and your team with enough content to use so it doesn't get repetitive, especially on social media. And if you have a CAD file, this is a great asset to help get, to put you on a path to building out a really robust content library. I'll share an article in this link if you'd like to learn more. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.